Anthony Hartwig here with a Brookfield basketball player profile, and we're joined by, well, arguably one of the best freshmen that is hitting the scene right now this year in Blake Hammond from Brookfield, averaging just over 18 points per game right now. Blake, thank you so much for coming on, talking to us.
Thank you for having me.
So most freshmen take a little bit of time to get used to varsity level, maybe take a year before they see the varsity court. Not you, my friend. First question is, what has helped you kind of hit the floor running for this freshman season so far?
Just getting in the gym whenever I can, always improving on my game and hopefully just getting comfortable with playing with these guys over the summer. It's helped out a lot.
How comfortable do you think you were transitioning from middle school to varsity? I mean, like, talk about your first couple varsity games. Do you think you really caught the groove of it pretty quick, or do you think there's still that adjustment period, maybe the first few games?
There was still a little bit of an adjustment. It's a little quicker pace, but I feel like just from playing with like I said, playing with these guys in the summer, I feel like it's helped me adapt into the bigger level.
A lot of the freshmen that we talk to talk about the age gap all of a sudden and how they're all of a sudden playing against, juniors and seniors that are a lot older than them. Has that intimidated you at all, or are you just kind of like, hey, let's go? Whoever's in front of me is who in front of me.
Yeah, I'm just ready to play. I just like being out there on the floor and I'm not really intimidated by it at all.
I love it, and I'm sure you've played a lot of basketball in the AAU in the AAU field that has gotten you prepared for this level as well. Talk about that a little bit, or the work you've put in outside of the season that has really prepared you for these moments.
Yeah, we travel a lot. We play AAU. We go to Pittsburgh, Cleveland, but yeah, we get some good competition in and we just like going out and playing.
So, what made you fall in love with the sport so much? You put so much time and effort into it to get yourself to where you are. What? Let's talk about your journey. Like, what got you into the sport? What made you fall in love with it?
Probably my dad. Ever since he was the girls' coach, I'd always be in the gym with him after school for after school practices. Just, always having a ball in my hand, shooting around, dribbling. That's probably what got me into it.
Do you think there was a moment where you kind of felt like basketball shifted from it's fun, it's something I do for fun to, well, this is something I want to really work at and kind of put time into?
Yeah, definitely. Probably these last couple years is definitely what has like set it apart from others and makes me really want to like get better at.
So you brought up your dad as a coach, and we know he's on the scene for a lot of things, and you've been in a basketball gym pretty much since you were born. What's that been like growing up with basketball in your life and watching him coach and being able to go through that journey with him now?
It's been awesome. He's coached me every sport, basketball, football, baseball. He's always been there for me and I he knows what he's talking about, so I just listen up and I'm all ears with him.
What part of your game do you think he's helped you improve in or solidify the most?
Probably being able to run and command an offense, definitely being able in tight games at the end of a game, fourth quarter, under a minute left, being able to control the ball and control the pace of the game.
All right, so you step on the floor as a freshman. I'm sure you set some goals, some things that you wanted to make sure that you did this freshman season. What were some of those goals that you set for yourself?
Goals, just getting more wins for our team because last year we struggled a little bit watching them. I just wanted to get more wins and just help these seniors out.
Knowing that last year, like you said, record wasn't exactly what this program wanted to be. How hungry were you to kind of be a part of this program and try to make an impact right away?
Yeah, I felt like whenever we lost last year, I felt like that I lost and I didn't like it. And I definitely wanted to get after it this year and get going and start off hot with some wins.
You're a freshman, you're a young kid, but with the numbers you put up, I'm sure there are a lot of guys that look to you as kind of a little bit of a leadership opportunity. Like, with the stats you're putting up, what's that like for you to be able to kind of be a little bit of a leader as far as this team goes and try to will this team to victory?
It means a lot to me because these guys they got my back and I gotta have theirs. So with them like kind of leaning on me a little bit, I gotta help them out too.
We're here talking about how much your skill set and talent and hard work has gotten you to be ready for this level of basketball, but also talk about the team and the older guys on the team and how much them bringing you in and never letting you feel unconfident or unsure yourself has helped you really solidify your spot on this varsity floor.
I in the summer I had to prove it to them, but after we got going a little bit, they realized that I can help them out a little bit maybe and we could have a good season. But yeah, I like playing with these older guys. They definitely welcomed me a lot, and it's fun. They're fun to play with.
I'm sure it didn't take long to prove it. With the way that you're playing basketball. What are some things that you think the team does to build team chemistry that you enjoy? The things outside of basketball that make you guys so close knit.
Just having fun at practice is always talking, and whether it's outside in school, like we're always communicating with each other, and just we have each other's backs.
Who are some of the leaders on this team right now that you think are teaching you how to be a leader as you move forward into your high school career?
Sean Dungy and Judah DeJoy, those two definitely they they're pushing me, and they got my back, and they're showing me what it's like to be a leader out there.
All right, I always like to ask basketball players about the hype up music because we hear the warm up music in the gym, but I see a lot of players with their headphones in with their own jams. So, what's your playlist look like? What gets you into that mental zone before a game?
I listen to anything, rap, whether it's rap, I'll listen to some country some games. It's just whatever I'm feeling that day.
Is there one song or maybe artist in particular that like no matter what mood you're in will always get you ready to go?
Hmm. Probably someone like an old school rapper.
Mhm.
I don't know who, but some old school rapper probably, yeah.
Maybe something like old school Eminem, maybe or
Yeah,
Ludacris,
yeah,
maybe.
something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I like it. Okay, so when it's game day and you're in school, is it harder to focus in school, or do you think it's a little bit easier to get through the school day when you have a game to look forward to?
I feel like it's a little bit easier. I don't try to think about it too much. I just try to treat it like it's every other day. But I feel like it like I don't know, yeah, it gets me through the day.
Then let's talk about you in the classroom. We know we're transitioning between middle school and high school basketball. Not the only transition you've been going through. You have to transition from middle school class load to high school class load and schoolwork. What's that been like for you so far?
It hasn't been that hard. I'm pretty good on all my classes. I mean, in the classroom, I'm an all right student. I just try to keep up with my work and make sure my teachers get my work.
Hopefully, your teachers didn't hear that and think, "Well, challenge accepted." Now these classes are going to get really hard.
Yeah.
What's some of your favorite classes?
Um, Probably my science class. I like my science teacher. Uh, History. I like history. My reading teacher. I like all my teachers. I like all my classes most for the most part.
Very political answer. I like it. I never want to list this question as least favorite because I don't want to throw the shade into the teachers. But what are some classes that you would really have to work at? Maybe they don't come as easy to you.
Um, Probably I'm good at math. I'm in an advanced math class, but that one I definitely have to work at because it's a high school class, so they're all going to be kind of hard, and probably a little bit of English maybe.
Do you think it's harder to manage school and basketball in high school, or do you think middle school pretty much prepared you for that?
My last year, eighth grade, definitely prepared me for it because we I was in the gym a lot, especially with my dad being a coach. So it showed me like where I need to be with my classes in gym time.
All right, so let's also talk about some of the things that you do outside of the basketball court. What are some other interests or hobbies that you have? I know you're always in the gym, but I'm sure there's something out there that you do outside of basketball that gives you a little bit of a good time.
I like riding my golf cart around, listening to music, sitting by a fire, fish a little bit, and then baseball, basketball, and football are my
Oh
other
my
three.
gosh, golf cart. Let's talk about that. You're riding around in a golf cart.
Yeah, I
Uh,
like riding around my yard listening to music.
are you like a certified golf cart driver?
You could say so. I've been driving it for a while.
I love it. And then you're a triple sport athlete. Let's talk about transitioning from sport to sport and what's that like for you. As soon as basketball's over, you're into baseball, working on your swing, and I'm sure football took up a lot of your time, and you were happy to get through football and into basketball.
Yeah. Football, we didn't have the season we wanted, but I came out late, so I didn't really know what I was getting myself into. I came out like the second or third game. But from basketball to baseball, I just like going out and having fun. I've played baseball pretty much all my life too. Baseball was probably the first sport that I played. And then, but during baseball, I have AAU too, so
Mhm. That's a busy schedule, man.
yeah.
What kind of things do you take from one sport to the other? Like what things do you think baseball teaches you that you take into your basketball training, or vice versa?
Uh, it's all kind of the same to me, whether it's training or this. I know I got to get the work in. I got to put the work in, and if I don't put the work in, you're not going to get the results you want.
First year, you get to represent Brookfield on the varsity scene. What's it like representing your school? What makes you proud to be a Warrior?
Just being a good representative for our school. That's all I want. I want to see our program succeed, and hopefully we get some winning seasons and some league championships.
Well, you're absolutely doing a great job starting out representing your school with the not just the numbers you put up, but the way you're going about yourself. One of the last things that we do with these player profiles is we like to give the player the chance to take the limelight off themselves for a little bit and shine on the people in their life that have gotten them to where they are. So I want to let you take some time to give some thank yous and some shout outs to the people in your life that you think really deserve them.
I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, and my sister for always being there, pushing me. I'd like to thank my grandmas. They're always there for me. My poppy, my grandpa, he coaches me up too, just like my dad does. And I like to thank all my friends for at practice pushing me to be my best, and in the classroom to pushing me to be my best, and just being there, and we all have a good time together.
Blake, we want to thank you so much for taking the time to join us today and talking about your freshman season. We appreciate it a lot. We wish you the best of luck this year, and we can't wait to talk to you again real soon.
Yeah, thank you for having me.